Hey guys, what is going on? This is Matt here, and welcome to some more customs on my scripting. So then guys, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to add in a musical Easter egg. So then, in this video though, I'm not actually making any music play or anything like that, okay? I'm just going to be making text appear on screen, okay? So, pretty much, instead of making music, play, you might want to, I don't know, give players a weapon, like give them some points maybe, okay? So I'm kind of leaving it quite open, okay? So you can do really whatever you want. I'm just saying it's like a musical Easter egg because it's the same sort of concept really. You just don't have to have music play pretty much. So then, for this video I'm going to be making text appear on screen, okay? So, how it's going to work is there's going to be 3 models in the map, okay? I'm going to be using models of bears. So when the player goes up to each of the bears, you have to do this in order, okay? So you have to go from bear number 1 to bear 2 and then to bear 3. Of course you can add more than 3 bears, or you can have less than 3 bears, whatever you want. So when the player activates all 3 bears in order, something's going to happen. Now as I said before, text will appear on screen. You can do pretty much whatever you really want though for this. It's completely up to you. And then of course when text appears on screen, that's pretty much it. So as soon as it appears, it's just going to fade away. So then, let's go into our launcher here and open up Asset Viewer, okay? Because we need to actually grab the model of the bear first. So, let's search for bear. There we've got a teddy bear, very nice. Let's close down that, and now we need to open up Radiant. When it wants to load. I was thinking I'd already opened it earlier, and that's why I looked down here into the taskbar. I thought I opened it already for some reason. Right, so let's open up our map, and that's on the YouTube. There we go. Then we need to add in these models now into the map. So I've got 3 places which I've already decided where I'm going to put each one. So I'm going to put bear 1 here, and bear 2 in that corner, and bear 3 is going to go outside. Okay. Now of course again you can add as many bears as you want, or any models as you want. It doesn't have to be a bear. So let's right click on our 2D grid view, go down to misc and model, and let's open up the bear model. Right, so let's rotate that like that. There we go. Make sure it's on the floor properly though. There we go. Right, so let's add this now then around the map. So we've got 3 locations. Put one outside, and then put one up in this corner up here. There we go. Right, next time we need to actually add the trigger itself. Okay, so right click on your 2D grid view again, and let's go down to trigger and damage. Okay, so what this is going to do is it's going to get activated when some form of damage happens on this trigger. Okay, so we're going to do one of these for every single bear. I will be doing it individually though, okay? I won't be doing, I won't be copying and pasting these, just because I can go into a lot more detail really, if I explain, what changes between each one, instead of changing values. I just think it'll be a lot easier to, to understand. So then, press the N key then to open up your entity window whilst your trigger selected. So then we need to add a KVP. This KVP will be in the description below, guys, okay? So you can have a look at that if you'd need to. So it's going to be target name, and let's call this bear 1. Okay, so you can name this pretty much whatever you want. I'm just going to call it bear 1. So target name bear 1. Now then, up here, these are what we can pretty much stop the player from, I don't know, let's say you don't want the player to shoot at it. Then you could select one of these, and the player wouldn't be the player would be able to shoot at it, but it wouldn't be activated through being shot at, if that makes any sense. So for this video, I'm going to be doing it so the player is unable to go up to it and knife it. So we're going to select melee, no, that melee, that's just knifing. Okay, so the player is unable to knife it to activate it. Okay, so of course you guys can customize this however you like. So then let's close this down now then. But that spawn flags 32. Depending on what you've selected here, you might get like a KVP that's being entered by Radiant, and that's just being entered for you really, so you don't have to enter it yourself. So now then, let's close that down now then by pressing the N key. Let's deselect that. Now let's go over to the next bear. do the exact same thing. So that's bear 1. Let's do bear number 2 now then, which is over here. There we go. Exact same thing. Just select the, make sure you've got the trigger texture selected. So target name bear, let's go with bear 2. So target name bear 2, and again no knifing. There we go. Let's go to bear number 3 now then. Exact same thing really for each of these 3 bears, except we're changing bear and then the number. Okay, that's pretty much all we're changing. So then it's trigger, then damage. There we go. And let's change this now into bear 3. Okay, and no melee. There we go. So target name bear 3, and that's all set up perfectly fine. There we go. Now then, let's close it down. Let's save the map, and now you can close out a Radiant. So next then, we need to actually go into the actual script file now, the .gsc file, and now I need to add the actual script to this. So go to your root directory and find your map name.gsc. I'm going to move it over to my desktop just so I can edit it there. Open that up. I'm just going to change the view a second just so it's easier to see. There we go. Let's go down to post_load. But if you don't know pretty much what I'm about to do next for this script, there's really not anything that I'm doing new at all. I'm fairly sure that I've covered pretty much all of it. So if there is anything that I go over here that you're not completely sure on what I've just done, I will try and explain it in in a good amount of detail. But I'm not going to be explaining things that I've already covered in as much detail as as I explained it in the actual video that I shown it first in. Okay, so if there's anything here that you're not quite understanding, then I definitely recommend you guys go and have a look at the other videos in the scripting series, because there could be a video there which really sort of goes hopefully quite in depth into exactly what you've put into the script, if that makes any sense. So yeah, if there's anything that you don't quite understand, I've probably already got a video explaining exactly exactly how it all works. So then, under post_load, we need to add a new line of code here called level thread, and let's call this bears. Let's call it bears. Okay, so we're going to thread a new function now called bears, which of course is what's going to track what triggers been damaged and what's not. So then, let's make the function down here then called bears. But wait, I forgot to mention actually earlier, that trigger damage, the reason why I used the trigger damage in Radiant was just because I didn't want the player to go up to it and press F. I might have said it already, I'm not too sure, so I thought I'd just quickly put it into the video just then, just in case I didn't say it already. So yeah, that's the reason why I use the trigger damage. So some sort of damage has got to happen on that trigger for it to be activated. Okay, that's all that really does. Right, so then let's focus on bear number 1 for now. Then I'm adding comments in here, by the way, just so when you guys actually go to read this, if you do want to download it, then hopefully it's easier to see exactly what I've done. So this is all for bear 1 right now, because of course we are doing them in order. You do have to activate these in order. So we're going to do bear 1, then bear 2, and then bear 3. So bear 1, let's call the trigger in the actual map, let's call it a bear 1 trigger. So bear 1 trigger equals get ent, make sure I don't misspell anything right now, bear 1 target name, like that. There we go. So the actual trigger within the map, remember we gave it target name bear 1 for bear 1, so we're going to call the actual trigger within the map bear 1 for within the actual script. Okay, so that's what that's going to be known as from now on. So now we need to actually wait until that trigger's been activated, okay, before this script will continue, because as I said, we don't want the player to be able to go to bear 2 and then to bear 1. We want it to be bear 1, then 2, and then 3. Okay, so bear 1 trigger, wait till trigger, like that. Okay, so all it's going to do is it's going to wait until this trigger has been activated, okay, and then it will continue the code. Okay, so now the trigger's been activated, we now need to delete the trigger. Okay, so bear 1 trigger delete, like that. Okay, so let's go to set the actual trigger in the map equal to bear 1 trigger. So we'll wait until that trigger has been activated, and then when it's been activated, it's going to delete the trigger. Okay, so now we need some text now then to appear on the screen, just so we know that the actual trigger has been activated. So I print ln bear 1 has been damaged, let's say. That seems fine, that to me. So then, pretty much as soon as this first trigger for bear 1 has been damaged, then this text is going to appear on the screen. So I'm going to copy and paste all of this right now, so we can use it again for bear number 2 and then again for bear 3. This is just so I don't have to repeat the entire code all over again, because there's really no point to to retype it all out if you're only changing a couple of numbers, really. So just changing where it says bear 1 really now to bear 2. That is literally all I'm changing. So there we go. So it's gonna wait until it's been activated, this trigger. It's gonna go delete it. Text is gonna appear on screen. So then it's going to move on to this, wait until this has been activated, delete the trigger, and then text is going to appear on the screen again. And then now we need to do it then for bear 3. So bear 3. Now of course, add as many of these as you'd like, for as many bears as you have. Or of course, it might not be a bear, but as many of these triggers as you actually have in the map. Okay, so let's change it to a 3. Let's go to a 3, to a 3, and that to a 3. And then that to a 3. There we go. So bear 1, bear 2, and bear 3. We've got to make sure I've changed everything properly. Make sure I've got it all right there. 1 second. So make sure I've not done any typos or anything. I'm fairly sure it's all okay up to now. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's all fine. Right, so now this now is where the final sort of product comes in. Okay, so once bear 3 has been activated, okay, now this is where we actually want something to happen for the player. Okay, so I'm just going to make text appear on screen. Okay, quite easy that, really. Nothing really major is going to happen here. Of course, you can add in whatever you want to happen here, and that will happen then. So all bears, bears damaged. There we go. All bears damaged. There we go. So now let's add some text. So I print ln all 3 bears have been damaged. There we go. There we go. So as soon as they've all been damaged, that's going to appear on the screen, and that should be all fine now then. So let's save this. There we go. Let's put this back into our root directory. There we go. So now then, we need to compile the map. So compile your map like you normally would do. Go into the mod builder, compile your mod like you normally would do. And then I'll meet you guys over in Wood at War, where we'll go and test it. I'll also be shooting bear 2 or 3 first, okay? Just to show you guys that you do have to do it in order, okay? So then, I'm going to compile this map right now and build the mod, and then I'll see you guys over at Wood at War. See you guys in a second. Okay, so we're over at Wood at War now then. Let's see if this works. Right, so then, by the STG. There we go. Right, so let's shoot bear number 2 first. You see nothing happens. We shoot bear number 1 now then. See that's been damaged. Shoot bear number 2. Actually, no, let's go and do bear number 3. I'll show you guys that you have to do 2 next. So yep, you can see nothing happens. Let's shoot bear number 2. There you can see it's been damaged. and let's do number 3. This is the final one, and there you can see bear number 3 has been damaged and all 3 bears have also been damaged. Right, so then that's pretty much it then now then guys. As you can see, it all works. If you need any help or you have any questions or anything like that, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to help you there. So yeah guys, thank you very much for watching this. Thanks for the support as always, and I will see you guys later. See you guys.